Well, Tame last night said when he goes to sleep, the market crashes.
All right, we have these liquidations down below us finished off. We have the green blocks rolling in at bottom of this liquidations, but we're still not at 40K yet, so the weekly RSI probably still isn't even oversold all the way. When we go over here, let's jump right into Bitcoin because I don't think the weekly is oversold yet. Probably get like a nice little bounce right here, but when you zoom in over here, the weekly RSI looks like this. Not oversold all the way. We're about 31, so not all the way oversold, still waiting. I know the daily is getting pretty oversold. We're completely oversold on the daily, but the weekly is not there. We're not at 40K yet. We still have to go to 40K before the really, really big buy pressure comes in for Bitcoin. So
yeah, I'm thinking if I get a bounce tonight, I'm repositioning because fucking hell.
So right here, 9.1. I think this is where the order fill for Imad. If he kept the order. Let me see if Imad is here. He had a buy limit here. Oh no. Let me check with him. I'm gonna message him. I don't know if his limit order filled. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Discord? I mean, this has been a pretty strong entry for Doge compared to Bitcoin because let's compare them real quick on the weekly. Put everything on the weekly real quick. Ethereum's down really bad. But when we look at the weekly, this is what the RSI looks like on Doge versus the RSI for Bitcoin, RSI for ETH, and then the RSI for Matic. So actually, Matic and Doge are more oversold than Bitcoin and ETH. And when we get that, it could make more buy pressure for the alts, and Bitcoin could lose dominance in this range. So this is the weekly chart, RSI levels. So Doge would probably be a better buy based off of this. The weekly RSI is oversold now pretty significantly. And let me add this chart. This is a weekly chart. So based off the RSI, let me do the green block on my chart that I'm making for Doge and Matic for this area. I'm going to throw this in the chart shown real quick as well. Take a screenshot of the RSI here. This is a weekly RSI. So I think Doge and Matic are very good. Let's go back here to the 5 minutes and take a look at the charts. Let's watch the RSI. All right, so the RSI is already coming back up on the 5 minutes. That means we are bouncing. We are recovering from this recent dip. I had the green blocks to start watching in this range, and then now we start to bounce over here. I think the bounce is going to be very hard on this area. Oh boy, Doge is already up more than half a cent from that bounce. Oh boy. Wow, look at this. We were at 8.8 and bounced hard for Doge right there. This wick area was big. Bitcoin over $2,000 in a matter of minutes. Look at that big pumpity. What a fucking recovery right there at the bottom of liquidations. There we go, Doge. Man, I think it's very lucky Imad had the buy limit at 9.1. If he didn't cancel, he filled it right there, and we bounced really hard. We were having this conversation. I was like, if your buy limit fills at 9.1, that's near the bottom liquidations, we would probably bounce very hard. And he had a limit order at 9.1 cents. So that's pretty impressive for his limit order down there at 9.1. And actually, Ethereum underperformed today. from our death cross at Bitcoin here, all the way dropped down, that's about 11%, give or take. But Ethereum's been coming down even more from its death cross. 27% from its death cross. Ethereum got slaughtered today. Oh, Ethereum got slaughtered compared to these other alts today. A lot of the big players after the Ethereum ETFs, when they started coming down, they may have started pulling money from the Ethereum ETFs. Some of the smart money already got out of ETH above 3,000. Wow. What a fucking dip. Let me call Imad. He might not be watching his charts just as let me try to call him real quick and see. Ring, 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 ring. Hello, Imad. Hello. All right, I gave him a call. Let's see if he answers. I want to see if that limit order filled at 9.1 because that was the target he wanted. 9.1. That's where he said he felt happy buying his Doge on the wick down, and that was near the bottom. No liquidations underneath there. Look how hard we have been bouncing. My God Almighty. Woo, boy, we bounced hard from that dip down on Doge. What a fucking dip. Wow. You know what? By the time I did the green blocks and drew them and it bounced, we went up significantly. We are bouncing very fast. But look at this green block right here. When we had this, we just lost it. We went through liquidations very fast. So the best green blocks that we ever have, remember, are at the very bottom liquidations. Nothing else below there. So the areas like this, the best green block, of course you're going to get more than 0.5% bounce. So a little bit of market knowledge shows that when we're out of liquidation, it does slow that sell pressure. But the sell pressure was because of liquidations. Dogecoin had a bull flag here. We invalidated it. We double bottom got invalidated when we came down there. Oh, man. That was a big leap down, but we already start recovering from that dip. Big bounces on those sell pressure down there. But remember, the government moved over $2 billion worth of Bitcoin the other day, and it spooked the market. Oh boy. Look at the huge bounce. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. This is actually very impressive. This is very impressive. Wow. Well, Imad asked me where the bottom liquidations was. We mapped it out around 9.1. So he said he wanted to do a limit order down there at 9.1 cents. And actually, we went down even lower than 9.1. But it's no issue going down a little bit lower. You can't actually always get the absolute bottom. But from 9.1 down, it dropped over 2%, which is good because if you're trying to fill your order for a buy, you need it to drop down a little bit under. But man, oh man, what a fucking pump. Woo!